Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, and so our card tonight is the Five of Swords, which has everything to do with defeat. But worry not, we'll find the meaning of this. I have a feeling that it's not going to be anything very negative. All right, let's take a look. So if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. It is free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so let's turn it, but then I want to come back to that first one. Okay. Oh my goodness, these are some beautiful images. Okay, so I do want to start here. And we have kind of almost this, it looks like a very jolly with the beard, the mouth, the eyes, maybe wearing like kind of a beautiful dressing gown or robe or something, holding a key. And we have a flower, and up here we have, it looks like a dog, okay? And then we have these beautiful symbols within. It looks like maybe the moon, air, and maybe some kind of sacred symbol or musical notes even, okay? So I feel like this is really interesting. It reminds me very much of the king swimming in the golden waters, as an alchemical symbol. And this is kind of this idea, in my mind, this is what I interpret it as, this idea that, and it's a very Taoist idea. I mean, it's, in a lot of esoteric systems, this is kind of an important motif. But this idea that we do the work, we're diligent to the work, we become skillful, and then we master the work. We conclude the work to perfection if we can, right? And when we do, when we master the thing, then we discard it and we forget about it. There's a process of dissolution, okay? So when I see this, the emperor, the king, the old man, the wise one, somebody of great knowledge, of wisdom, and leadership in their own life or in the greater community. But then coming to this point and then releasing themselves of the responsibility, basically, stepping out of this role, and becoming something else entirely, going into these later cycles of life, and going from less the king and more the fool, okay, the outsider, the wild person, the solitary hermit, whatever it is, even the magician as well, right? So there is really this sense of obtaining many things, and you can see all of these tea leaves. It reminds me of many adornments. You could think they've collected a lot of a lot of Girl Scout patches along the way, right? And had many ordeals and overcome and failed many times and learned and made mistakes and so on and so on. But now is the time to just kind of return to the beginning again. It's not so much a return, but a continuum. And so I feel like there is a sense of being alleviated of some of the burdens of the younger years, right? Young adulthood, of the middle age, right? When you really start to become quite disillusioned, worn down. And then you get into your elder years. There's still some of it, we're abiding the system still. Trying to live the dream. And then I think, hopefully anyways, that we get to those really beautiful years of you're so much in life and your head is so in the clouds. You are living both in life and death and accepting things and letting go of stressors that do not matter, the triviality of it all, the frivolous fun and enjoyment and a little bit of leisure and passion and hobbies, interests. These things become so much more important again, as they were when you were young and you had that heart of an explorer. And and so I think this is a joyous time for you. It is a joyous time. Now we have the dog, and this really seems to be a power symbol here for you. This is very much aligned with the moon card, the lunar card. Come on. All right, you just take a seat right there. And so I feel that there is this sense of shifting emotions. There are times where things feel lost. Dreams that you maybe had. The idea of where you might be in your life. And it didn't work out that way. You have made compromises and let go of things that felt important, but maybe the career was more important at the time. The accolades, the promotion of the persona, and all these things, where you maybe miss the opportunity to be with family or to live a life of great love and creativity or whatever it is. And there is a sense of lamenting some of this, not having done what you had always wished you did, But here's the thing is that it's never too late. Okay, it might not play out exactly the way that you had hoped when you were a kid, when you went to college or, began your adulthood and realized the reality of things. But, in these years that go by and we reprioritize, our circumstances change, and maybe a little bit more time is offered up to us, and so maybe begin to get back into, and I feel like there could be music here. Maybe you are a music lover like myself. I'm not talented in any instrument or creation of music, but I listen to a lot of music. Love music. If I could have music on 24 hours a day, I would. But, you know, it might be this, but maybe you are a musician. Maybe you always hope to be one. So, you know, I think there's a lot of music in life here. I also, you know, I feel that there's a sense of maybe a water and air placement in your like prominently in your chart, but maybe this is a person, and or maybe it's a place even. You know, I'm thinking of where kind of an arid place meets water. You know, maybe like I was thinking of like Salt Lake City, somewhere like that. But it's, I feel like this is somebody who is distinctly emotional, but also very, very intelligent. Can almost seem cold or stoic at times, but the interior, the emotion, like the sacred emotional movements are profound. And when you get close to them and they open up to you, I feel like this is like seeing into a most secret place, a most so difficult to traverse in some ways that only the brave can make it, the brave and the skilled. And so I feel like this maybe is an important person, but it could be, again, like a place, somewhere that is not easy to live, not easy to traverse, but you are drawn to it. Okay. Let's see. Let's move this around and see what else do we have going on. Oh yes, the person with the bowl. Okay, so this one seems really important to me. It looks like somebody who is scrying into this bowl here, and that is to be looking at the reflection or getting into a kind of trance state, and being able to draw messages, not unlike what I'm doing here, right? But this is usually like a bowl of water. It could also be that you're reading tea leaves. Maybe you've had an interest, and let me say, please do. Go try it. Go try it. It's a lot of fun, especially as you become able to really see the formations. But let me warn you, when you begin and you get good at seeing images and things, you'll never stop. I see it in everything. Everywhere I look, I'm seeing images. So we have that. Now they have a fish down over here by their side, and over here a home. Okay, so I feel like there's this sense of really. I think and this is where the defeat comes in. I feel like it felt like the household, the domestic world, maybe your income, your ability to pay your bills, your relationship, your passion for things. It just felt disorderly. Things did not feel like they were going the way that you wanted them to. There is maybe some trouble, especially I think financial trouble. And I think that because of the fish. And I feel like this is also where you felt like you really were just absolutely failing in life. You perceive this. I'm not saying that's what it was. But I think that you've really, really looked into yourself. You have made some big choices. You have begun figuring things out. I think you're really getting your house in order. I feel like there is money coming in, more money than before, and I think there will continue to be more and more and more of that. Okay. I also think that you're just all aspects of your work life, your home life, your even your state of anxiety or feeling pretty melancholy, all of this is lifted up. I feel like there's a lot of confidence here. It feels like a very meaningful time for you. I think you're still adjusting, okay? I feel that there's a sense of kind of going into yourself. At times, I see we have a person that looks very much like the hermit. And I think that it's just, you are kind of, I feel, closed off in some ways. But it's not because you don't want to be involved with other people. I feel like you're just so focused on getting things together the way that you want them to be. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I do think it's important, though, that you are, creating, doing something to release some of the energies that you have going. I think that you're pretty happy with your forward movement and things kind of getting going. There's really some kind of traction happening. But with you kind of being a little more inward, a little more maybe isolated, you don't want to let the energies kind of build up and then turn into this spiraling into kind of habitual things, or getting very distracted, becoming maybe a little irresponsible, or even kind of self-destructive. So I think making sure that you're doing things that are within reason for you, right? Fun activities you like to do. Maybe join some kind of club, be around people a little bit. Maybe take up a sport, or, some kind of league in your area. Or maybe you do it solo, start walking more, or biking, or, whatever it is. Riding motorcycles, they are out in full force where I'm at, really early in the season, but it's been so warm. So people are just out there with their motorcycles already, really enjoying the weather, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think, this is really a time where, and you can see as we turn it, it looks somewhat like a square, right? Or a rectangle, really. But, I think that things are really coming together. There's a sense of like feeling like things are getting squared away, feeling pretty confident in this action here. Okay. Now let's take a look over here. Okay, so we have a person who is standing beneath, again, that we have kind of these fertility symbols. We have one here, you can see right there, and then we have another one here. And so we have kind of the feminine and the masculine. And so I feel like there is really quite a balance here. I feel like this is really a fertile time for you creatively. So I think, in your, heightened energy and motivation, confidence, important to be putting some of these energies into, like I said, taking something, maybe a new hobby up, or some kind of activity. But I also think that if you are a creative person, come over here, mama, a creative person, you can definitely, and should, I think, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but should maybe put that into your creative endeavors. Okay. Get back to writing, get back to painting, get back to, making memes or whatever it is you do. It's an excellent time for that. And I think it will only add to your enjoyment of this period of time. And also I just wanted to mention we have a 4 right here and a 7. Okay, so 47. And we have another 7 up here. So 7 seems like an important number this week. Okay. All right, let's take a look at, we have the Dreamers deck, 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle through here and stop where it feels right. And it says, I know that my future self will thank me for the hard work. I am doing the work. You are doing the work, aren't you? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Well, Leo, I want to tell you I love you, and I love you so very much. And I thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I'd love to hear from you. And so let's see what I wanted to ask, and I have asked a few times on here already, but I'm continuing to, collect recommendations. If you have anything, that you have been watching, like a TV show or a movie or whatever, I never have time to look for anything, and it seems that I have come to the end of watching anything of interest. I just tried to start watching on Apple this show called The New Look about Christian Dior, and I think there's like quite a bit about Coco Chanel, and it's a dramatized thing, and it's pretty. I think Apple puts out really cool shows. The Servant on Apple TV was really good. And so anyways, I'm not always super into, I like historical dramas, but I don't know. When it's heavily, that's like a heavy theme, of the show. It's not always my fave, especially like that time period. I don't know. It's just not necessarily my thing, but pretty good show. Beautiful show, actually. Well, decorated and put together and stuff. But yeah, I want to find something good that you all are watching, or something from the past. It doesn't even have to be current. Just something. I told my husband that I might start watching Halt, Catch Fire again. I like Lee Pace, of course. And he was in Foundation, which was good too. And that was, I think, on Apple as well. But yeah, I don't know. I get fatigued looking for something to watch, and I just honestly don't have I don't have it in me to keep searching all the time. So, anyways, if you have something that you would like to recommend, that or an audiobook, I had a few really good recommendations I have on a list for audiobooks already, but I'm always looking for more. I don't do a lot of like fiction, but I've been trying more, I like to have little outlets that are fantastical a bit and interesting. I really like magical realism is kind of my favorite genre right now. So, anyways, enough about that. I can prattle on all night long. But yes, I love you and I thank you. And, please take care of yourself, and we will talk in just a few days. All right. Good night.